got W plus 3 over W equals 4. All right, so Tyler, we got to find a common denominator on these. All you got to do, Tyler, is look on the bottom of the fraction, and we're going to use one of everything on the bottom. Well, there's only one letter or number on the bottom of W, so that's going to be my common denominator. I'm going to write W, W, and W. All right, now watch, Tyler. These two W's cancel out because you can cancel out the W if it's on the bottom. These two won't cancel out because that W is on top. So W times W gives you W squared there. Since these W's canceled out, I just bring down plus 3 there. 4 times W is 4W there. All right, and again, we're going to have to factor out, and I believe this one will factor. Somebody can check it for me. I got W squared minus 4W plus 3.
Yeah.
If it doesn't factor, y'all have to do quadratic formulas. So check and see if it'll factor, and we'll have your answers. I think this one will.
Can't you do it anyways?
Yeah, you can do quadratic formula anyway. This one's pretty easy, but for some reason, kids miss this one every year. They get mixed up on the crossing out the W's.
But when I find my answer, I'd have to subtract it into the calculator and add it.
What, if you do quadratic formula?
Yeah, once I get my answer.
I don't think so. Let me do it right here. So it'll be 4 plus or minus 4 squared is 16 minus 4 times 1 times 3. All right, so JP, plug this in your calculator for me right here. Tell me what you do. All right, what's the square root of 4 change into?
2.
So I got 4 plus or minus 2 over 2. So how do we find the first answer? I do 4 plus 2. That gives me 6 over 2, which is 3. How do I find the second answer? I do 4 minus 2, which is 2 over 2, which is 1. Now that's going to be the same answers I get over here. Watch. If you do it this way, you'll have W minus 3 and W minus 1. That answer is positive 3. That answer is positive 1. So look, it doesn't matter which way you do it. You're going to get the exact same
So
answer.
you just subtract it on top and leave the bottom?
Over here? Yeah, you first add on top, divide by the bottom, then you subtract on top, divide by the bottom. Bottom stays the same.
Always keep the bottom.
Yep, always keep the bottom. All right, I'm going to give y'all a chance to do some of those other ones on the front if you want to. Let's flip over on the back now. All right, I think you guys are good on 6 and 7. I'm going to hope that you're good. If you need me to write some answers on the board, I will. Let's do number 8. I said yesterday we would do one more of these. That was one of the longer, more difficult problems. All right, this is going to be your last problem on the test. All right, so Tyler, here's the deal. If you've got more than one square root in a problem, you got to make sure one's on the left side of the equal sign and one's on the right side. So this one's good. It's set up. So what we're going to do is square both sides. That's your first step. All right, the square cancels out the square root on the right side, so I can just bring down x plus 4. So the right side's really easy. Now, on the left side, Tyler, I can't do that. That square will not cancel out the square root because of the minus 3. So what we've been doing, you got to write all of that down twice. It'll be square root of x plus 31 minus 3. Same thing here, x plus 31 minus 3. And we've got to FOIL that out. So I'll work through that with y'all and FOIL it out. You guys who have been here should be able to do it.
Won't it just equal up to x plus 31?
Yep. All right, so when Tyler gets this written, I'll go slow for him. Now, Tyler, there's only one of these on the test. This is clearly the hardest problem on the test. You know, if you can't do this, it's not going to make you fail. All right, so here we go. We got to FOIL this out, Tyler. So when I times these two numbers, Tyler, you see how they're exactly the same? And when they're exactly the same and they both got a square root, it just cancels the square root out. You just bring down x plus 31.
What happens if they weren't the same?
The ones I'm going to give you, it's going to be the same. All right, Tyler, when I times these two, all you got to do is put the -3 in front of the square root, so it looks like that. All right, when I times these two, same thing. Put the -3 in front of the square root. And then JP last is -3 times -3, which is +9. So now you guys look on the left side of the equal sign and add up anything that's like terms. Okay, go. Let's see, guys, I see we can add 31 plus 9. I can add that up. That gives me 40. What else is like terms? Aren't these two square roots exactly the same?
Yes, sir.
So I can add them up. -3 and -3 give you -6. All right, I think that's the hardest part. I think after you do that, I think the problem gets a lot easier. What'd you get for an answer, Kelly? Last one. 5? Kelly got 5. All right, so, JP, what's going to happen with this x and this x if I try to get them on the same side? That's right. One's going to become a negative and they're going to cancel out. So you can go ahead and cancel those out. All right, what's going to happen with +40 when I move it over here and make it a -40? What's that give me?
-36.
All right. Kelly says that gives us 4 minus 40 is -36. I'll let y'all write that down. All right, so now you got to get the square root by itself. So we divide both sides by -6. That gives me +6. All right, Sarah, what's next? Got to square each side, right? Because you want to get rid of the square root symbol. So if you square both sides, that gives you x plus 31, because that square cancels that square root. 6 squared is 36. Okay, I can see how y'all got 5. Move plus 31 over, it's minus 31. I got 5 also. Again, there's just one of those on the test.